So a very good evening to all of you all, and I welcome you to the session on flipped pedagogy, enhancing the learning through active engagement. All right, so are we ready? So here I request, here's the code. I want all the participants to please type slido.com on their Google browser and type this code 2984750. Here we go. So here's the first question for you. Have you used flipped learning before? Okay, so 7% of people over here have used flipped learning before in their classrooms. That's a great number. If at least some of them have used, but majority of you have not used. Okay. I would like to start with the example of my own self. So when I was a teacher, what was my major time going in? I was like that sage on the stage. So what I used to do in my classroom, I kept yakking and I kept giving the lectures to the students and engaging them. That was, if I go to Bloom's taxonomy, I was using the lower Bloom's, that was remembering and understanding. And what I was doing, I was give some difficult homework to my students and I say, apply this and come from home. Okay. And that's how, where I realized, when I came across this flipped pedagogy, that I can now reduce this part, that is giving the difficult part to the students. I can use that in the classroom. Instead, I should give the remembering and understanding part, which is the easier or the lower Blooms, to the students to learn at home and come. And in the class, I can do the applying, analysis, evaluating, and creating. But in realistic, creating and evaluating basically are a real higher order thinking. So basically, it becomes like a diamond. So I give the students work or videos or lectures to do at home. That comes under the remembering and understanding. And in the classroom, I'm applying and analyzing. And probably a little of evaluating and creating. So my major time is going in applying and analyzing. And this is when things became more concrete. So in the child's time can be divided in two parts. That is his independent space and the group space, that is in the classroom. So if I say at home, the child is doing the independent work and he is consuming the lower Blooms, that is remembering and understanding, he's doing at home and coming. And in the classroom, we have higher Blooms where we are trying to evaluate what the child has learned, analyzing it, applying the concept that the child has learned in his regular classroom. Now, taking this ahead, now since you've got a little background about flipped pedagogy, I again want you to go to your Slido and now type, according to you, what is flipped pedagogy? From the example, what I've given you. We'll also typing, we'll wait for a minute. Students and teachers' role get reversed. Well done. That was a bang on answer. Mode of learning. Okay. Okay. I'm so thankful for those who have given the responses. So moving ahead, let's try to understand. So in pedagogy, we are breaking the monotonous traditional classroom environment, and we are sending some content for the child to go through at home. Okay, so the child at the comfort of the home, outside the classroom, goes through these reading materials or the videos. So it's not necessary that only video can be used as a flipped classroom. It can be also some reading material that you can give. You can also give PPT also as a flipped classroom for the child to go through. If you can record, that will be the best thing that to do, because there'll be a personal touch to whatever your children are young. Every child is not able to read. So you can record it also. So you send the recorded video or some content which the child reads. Once the child comes back in the class, the teacher then solves the doubts of the students. whatever misconceptions are there that she solves, post which they indulge in some kind of activity or some kind of learning or some kind of a hands-on activity. So over here, there are two options of learning, not solely only the outside the classroom, it's in the classroom also that the learning is happening. And here teacher is now becoming the information provider and students are empowered to take charge of their learning. Pedagogy, flipped learning and flipped classrooms are taken as synonyms. It's basically the word. But basically, pedagogy is what? It is your instructional approach. How is the approach? It is moving from traditional classroom to outside the classroom. That's why it becomes more of learner-centric. The learner can read it, go through it at his own pace, can do it multiple times, can go through the same content multiple times as well. Then, if I talk about learning, it is actually that when we implement that flipped pedagogy in our classroom, it becomes flipped learning. That is pre-learned concept, and in the class, it is only activities that are happening, collaboration is happening. Outside, the child is learning and coming, or we are assessing the child. And when this entire physical setup is given the name as flipped classroom. That's a physical space where such transformation is happening. So now we know that flipped pedagogy, flipped learning, flipped classroom, the context is same, but the meanings are a little different when we look at it. Okay. Now, having said that, now can you list down what will be the benefits of flipped classroom? We again have a Slido for you, slido.com from your browser. And your question is, what are the benefits of flipped classroom? Okay. Self-learning, better grasping, yes. Yeah. Any more answers? We now know what are the benefits. I don't have to list it down again. What are the benefits? You have already chalked down all of them. But yes, most importantly, it gives the time for active learning. And we can dwell down onto complex topics rather than just spending time on the easy concept, because the child has already learned that, right? So moving from here, is a more important thing that when we talk about flipped classroom, we cannot ignore this element that learning activities, according to Horton, are divided in three parts. One is the child absorbs certain things. One is child does something and then he makes his connection, right? So when we say absorb, so the learning activities which are like moving around, how does the child gets inspired or how is the child informed, maybe through reading, listening, watching, will come under absorb. We all say it VAK, right? Visual, auditory, kinesthetic. Then comes the do part of it. That is the child, whatever he has learned by these three modes, transfers it to some skills or develops some knowledge through it. That will come under the do part of the child. And the third part is the connect, that is establishing what he has learned, what he has developed the skill, how he applies it in the real life or practical life becomes the connect part of. These are the three major learning activities around which the teachings have to revolve. So when we talk about flipped classroom, that is the instructional strategies have to be such that we send the absorb part at home. That is a slideshow, some work examples, maybe like if you're teaching in grade 6, you want the children to see different continents, some documentary, you ask those children to watch that at home and come with the name as flipped classroom, right? Some reading or some video. This the child has done and come. Then in the class, we are doing the drills, practices, quiz, case studies. These are being then done in the classroom. We can have some stimulations also in the classroom. And then after the child has done this, we can also then give homework in terms of connect, where the child is making presentation with the peers, taking some interviews, some more kind of group discussion. So if I say flipped classroom, it is very much in line with your NCF also, which talks about that the child has to have experiential learning. So it is somewhere that we are bringing in the elements of NCF in our classroom if we are adopting flipped classroom as one of our practices. But can we say that the teacher's explanation can be gone using flipped classroom? No. That can never go. Nobody can replace you. What you can do for your children, nobody else can do, right? But then, yes, this method can save a lot of your time. Now coming to where can you use these flipped pedagogy? So one is, before you start teaching something, you can give some kind of a Google form or some quizzes that you can use as a sort of an assessment. That is also flipped pedagogy. Only sending video, as I said, is not flipped classroom. It can be any of these forms. It can be a quiz that you're taking, a video lecture, of course. Then only you don't want to just send video lecture. You want to add some kind of test. So we can have some interactive video lecture. They can be flipped homework. Collaborative projects, you send some documents to the children and then the children have to do some collaborative project, or a formative assessment. These are all the different examples that you can use as flipped pedagogy. Now coming to some of the innovative ways where people have used flipped classroom, and this was some bang on which I have seen some of teachers using. Setting classrooms. Now, teacher records the video about the entire class rules. Okay, that this is what we want to do in our class. All the rules and regulation. Children watch this. They attempt a quiz or a Google form. So the teacher also knows that how many children have done it. This, they do it at home at their independent space. And when they come to the classroom, they create some kind of contract. Okay, this was done. If we break this, what will happen? Or they do a scavenger hunt activity in the class on classroom rules. So this is on a group space, that was on an independent space, right? Then we move to the language classes. This is wonderfully, for all the, especially the second languages, those children those find difficulty, like French, you have Marathi, those who are non-Marathi speakers, or say Kannada, or different zonal like Punjabi or Sanskrit. So the children read, you can send videos for them to watch. In the classroom, what we are doing, we are giving more talk time for the children to practice. Speaking can be more, right? So then, of course, the virtual trip we have already discussed. Children watch and come, and there is critical thinking discussion happening around the virtual trip. Study. Now, there's so much talk about, value formation. You want to tell children to make their own timetables, do their time management, but when to do that? How do you do that? You don't have so much of time. So it's very easy. You can create your own videos and assign those things to assign the videos to the students. The students watch and they do the answering session, and in the class you can have further discussion. So till now, there are now coming to the technical aspect of it, okay, where we are going to do hands-on. So there are different platforms and tools which will help you to implement the flipped classroom model. Okay, if you have your own LMS in the school, you can simply record a video or send it across, or you can send your materials as I told you, or you can just send a Google form, okay, through your LMS. Either ways also, you can upload your video on YouTube and give the link to the children to watch the video and come. Many people are doing that, right? But there is a very big disadvantage in this. Okay, you don't know how much the child has watched that video. Whether the child has watched that video, And has he understood that part or not? So there's no analytics that's happening if you're just uploading a video on the Google Drive. On the YouTube. In the Google Drive also, you can upload the video. Again, the same thing. You don't know how much the child has done. Of course, you can add a Google form, both the cases. But then you really don't know whether the child has done a guesswork or is it the child has really watched the video. Now, the solution to this is the Edpuzzle. So Edpuzzle, so before we go, where you can upload a video and put questions on that, or you can also find out how many children have watched, how many times the children have watched, and also you can add to this your personal comments and notes also. It's not only the questions that you're asking, also the notes also you can add to this to make your the interaction more easier. Okay. So one thing, but I just want to tell you before we go with the flipped classroom that it's not all, roses and rainbows and butterflies. There will be difficulties. Okay. And but the helpful tip is initially don't make very long videos or don't share very long videos with the students, because if you have not used it before. Second is tell the students your clear expectation. What is your expectation? What you want the children to watch in that video? The ownership of the learning should be transferred to the students. Then only you can make this happen. If the ownership is not with the students and you have some students who are not very proactive or who needs constant reinforcement, you will have to do that. You will be after their life till it becomes a practice, right? And you just cannot just give a video of flipped classroom and then not assess and adjust your assess as in first find out the results. And if you see the children have not understood, you have to adjust your again teaching that we do even in our classrooms, right? The same way goes for that. But this will require a lot of planning on your end. And I'm sure since you all are here, you will definitely would like to do this in your classrooms, right? So without further ado, let's quickly go on the, okay. Is my screen visible to you? Yeah.
No, ma'am.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So now what are you supposed to do? Okay. First thing that I need to type is Edpuzzle sign up. Okay. So because those who have signed up already, you can just log in. If you have not logged in, so you will write Edpuzzle sign up. I click on the sign up. First step was what? I'm going slow so that you can write it down. Edpuzzle sign up. Post that, you clicked on sign up. Now this particular window will open where it will say, welcome teacher, your students are waiting for your magic. Now here, either you can type your email ID, password. May I go on? Yeah. So here, either you can type your email ID and password, or you can sign in with Google. So I am doing a sign in with Google. Okay. It will ask me to choose an account. So I am choosing my company's account over here.
No, ma'am. Ma'am, may I? Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, is it necessary to go with the Google thing? Can I just
yes, you can do it.
ID and password as well?
Yes, you can put your email ID and password also. Okay. So here I now have to write the school or the name of my organization. Okay. So here I will write my organization name. So my organization is already registered. One of the person has already registered. So I am also registering. So I just can click. So your school, if somebody is using, it might be listed. If it is not listed, then you can write any school name. If you're not presently a teacher and still you want to join this, you can write any school name and just say continue. Okay. I'm a teacher. Okay. I've clicked I'm a teacher. Now I will select my grade level, which grade I am going to teach. Presently, I am selecting grade 1 and I am selecting the subject as maths. Okay. Any other subject and grade I want to add, I can do that also. I can have multiple grades added to this. And here I can have multiple subject also added. So I've taken grade 1 maths, grade 4 English. Like that, I can go on till how many ever I want. I can keep on adding. And then I just have to click on start teaching. Yes.
Sorry to interrupt. Ma'am,
Yes.
is it for pre-primary also?
Yes,
Are there
yes,
Edpuzzles?
yes, yes.
Okay, ma'am. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah. It's for all the grades, right from pre-primary till college level. It can be used for anyone. Okay. Even for teacher training also, I also use this at times. Okay. So now see, I am already on the page. In case of the meeting, okay. Now if you see over here, let's explore this page first. Okay. What are the things on this page? I have my add content. I have a community, my school, YouTube. Okay. If I go this side, which says discover, my content, my network, notification, my class, and argument. And these are the hamburger menu over here, which that closes. If I click again, so I get the notification. So this is under the hamburger menu. Okay. Now, first thing what I need to do is, so create a content. Okay. So I will add content. I want to upload a video or I want to discover a video. So there can be two options. I can record my own video over here itself, or I can upload from the existing videos that are there. Or the third one is which are available over here. So let's first start with the discover video content. Okay. So I clicked the subject, say English, maths. Maths was for which grade I was taking? Grade 1. Okay. And I say save. So because I did not save over here the subject, everything came. I click over here maths and then save. Now, I get only grade 1 maths videos over here. No, your grade 6 also is coming, but I have to check. Okay, like for example, this unit 2 lesson 4, numbers up to 120. Okay, I can click this. First, I have to watch whether it is for my students or not. Okay, somebody has already used this before, and the person has added a multiple choice question and an open-ended question over here. I can use this same thing, or I can assign my own video. Okay, so suppose I decide I want to assign this video.
In this lesson, Unit 2, Lesson 4, we are going to be working on reading numbers to 120, sorry, and writing numbers to 120. So I can read numbers to 120, I can write numbers to 120. Okay, so not only do you have to be able to count
all right,
high,
I don't want this initial part to go now. Okay, I don't want this entire thing to go. So what do? Can I cut this? Yes, I can cut this also. Okay, so first and foremost, I decided I'm going to use this. Okay, so I will first do what? Create my own version. Okay, now when I create my own version, at this point of time, I can cut the video, I can voice it over, and I can add questions over here. I can also use what was existing directly like that also without editing the questions that they have created. Okay. So here what I am going to do, I want to cut, don't want to send the entire video. I want to cut it. So I just simply have to drag this.
I wonder if I am going
and select how much time I want to send this video for.
Oops.
And I say, yes, cut and delete the
now we're going to answer that
video
question.
events.
We have 90.
So I'm left with only this much of video. So from the main video, I don't want to send the entire video. I can cut also and send the video. Okay, isn't that amazing? Cut the video and then we can send it. Now, after once you've done this, okay, we have done this over here. Okay, we will add the questions. Now, where do you want to add the question is something that you have to. Now, this is only 1 minute video. So suppose I want to add a question after 10 seconds. I'll just click over here and I will click on multiple choice question. And then I can write the questions also. And see, okay, I have to click live and start. So the moment I click, are you able to do it?
Tinku and Rinky were twin siblings. They both studied in the same class, in the same school. Both were excellent in studies, but often Tinku scored better than his.
Okay, let's see. So I can see so many people who have done the assignment also. Okay. There was one question answered. 2 people have done the question a few seconds ago. Okay, so you can try that out later. Let's see, understand now how will this help. Okay, so this is like I can get the entire analytics that how much the students have watched. Only till the time the question was there, only till there you have watched. You have not watched the entire video. So how did I come to know? Because over here I can see the progress also, right? How many of them have attempted the question? Who has not watched only? So here these people have logged in, but they have not watched. They have not turned in their questions. So I can get to know the progress also of the students. Only 2 people, Mr. Anil Daniel and Ruchi Gupta. These people have watched till the questions. But the remaining have logged in, but they have not watched. So it's not the view that you're getting. Here you come to know exactly which student has done how much and till where the child is able to, reach. How much marks did the child score? So the videos have to be very, very small for you to take calls, for the children to watch. It has to be interesting, right? Now, see, this was a question that I have asked. It was on 21 seconds. Okay. Now, let's go back over here. So, view as student. If I see as student also, I can see it over here, right? Then, let me go back. I want to show you the analytics also of this. Okay. So, after I've done all this, I can also go to the grade book. Okay. Now, the grade book, when I go to grade book, I can download the grade book. I click over here, download grade book. And in my downloads, I am able to see the Excel also downloaded. That is, the marks have also come to me over here for the students, how much time they have spent on the reading, what is their score. I just need to I can just need to format it a bit, right? So it saves so much of my time, class time. I can do everything at home, send things at home. It's not necessary that the child has to be 6 and above. I can send it for the lower grades also. I can record a video over here for giving information to parents. So this was something which is already existing and you want to use it. Okay. Now, what if I want to record some video of my own? So I can record it on my phone or anywhere and I just need to upload it. Now, how do I do that? Right. So it's very simple. Again, I will have to go to my class. Okay. And I have to create
one request I had, ma'am.
Yes.
I'm Ridula here. Ma'am, the way you have done the grade book, that's something amazing because it's actually giving us the, the stand of the students in the beginning. So is there a possibility, just for my understanding, that I take one test in the beginning and the same test I repeat at the end to show the progress in the lesson as well?
Yes, that also you can do. So it's totally up to you. Yeah, that's totally up to you how you are using it, right?
So same can be repeated. I'm just asking as your expert, it's possible to show progress, right?
You can, of course, show progress. Also, you can ask the children to watch the same video after you have taught in the class. So before they come to the class, you've asked them to do it. Once you've asked them to you teach them in the class. Again, you ask them to go back home again you do the work. And again, the child can do it.
So in that case, I have to allow them for 2 attempts. Am I right?
For 2 attempts, yes. But then you have to, not the same day. Then what you will do, the second day you will edit the paper.
Okay, ma'am. Fine.
First day you will have to do it only once, right? Second time you will edit it.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks.
Thank you. All right, so we come back again. Again, I'm creating another class for grade 6. Okay. So I want to give this time, give for teachers. Okay. So I say teacher training and I select the grade. The grade is not important. Higher education and college. I can just select subject. I can just other subject also there is there. You can select other subject. Okay. So here it is classic. I will now when I click on open. So what will happen? What can anyone tell me now?
Anyone with the code can do it?
Anybody with the code can now log in. Okay. Now, so
Yeah.
I create the class. Okay. I assign over here the, okay. Second, add content. I want to upload a video now. So upload from your file. Okay. So here I want to give you a video from the downloads. Say this one. Okay. I open. This is a entry greeting for a pre-primary class. Okay. So this is getting uploaded. Now I want to now add a, so this is, if you see over here, it's getting uploaded. You all can also explore it little more. With the moment you click, you'll be able to see, you can edit class, you can lock class, invite students or delete a class also. Okay. Okay. This is still getting uploaded. Since it's taking time over here to get uploaded, let me just assign this video to you, okay, which is already uploaded. So I want to assign this to the class. So how will I do? Can someone tell me the steps?
First, we can edit if we need to.
Yes. Yes. If do you want to edit just the name or do you want to edit the entire
Maybe if we
thing?
wish to edit the video from where to where, that would
Okay.
be our first step. And
I
after
click on
that,
finish. Okay.
yeah, after that we'll
Yeah.
save. Then we'll go to questions.
Yeah, we have to go to questions, but I don't want. So here I go to assign.
Okay.
Okay. So assign. Then I'm going to click who what? Teacher training and assign. Okay. Share assignment. I'm going to copy the link and I'm going to again share it with you in the chat box. Okay. This was the one which I have uploaded the video. So basically there are lots and lots of videos available on the Edpuzzle itself platform also to explore this, but at least the base to start with, I'm sure you have got it, and at least once you can start using it and then you will be able to do it more frequently.